So it's December 27, 2025. It's 11:17 a.m. in the morning. So let's make a recap review about the pipeline or the machine learning pipeline. So here is a big picture idea. Machine learning is not just about the training model. It is a step-by-step process where each stage depends on the quality of the previous one. Most of the real problem fails not because of math, but because of poor data and weak evaluation. So the pipeline has 6 stages. So number one is the data ingestion. The goal is we're going to collect and load raw data into the system, meaning our data is raw and we collect it from the different sources. So in data ingestion, we're going to the data can come from logs, from the databases, sensors, or historical records like books, databases from any sources, and data is uh, messy. Messy, right? It's often messy. Inconsistent formats like have the differences between 22 minutes versus 22.0, like that. So we're going to uh, get them. So yes, the data ingestion, missing values. So we're going to clean the data like that. So in the stage one, we're going to collect raw data from its sources. That's the number one, right? So in the first lab, the data is already clean. The data is already good, but this is stage critical to understand for real projects. Okay, messy data is normal, not an exception. So stage 2 is data preparation. And in this stage, after we get the data, after you collect the data, we're going to clean the data. So stage 2 is data preparation. We're going to clean, transform, and organize data so the model can learn. So typical tasks include we're going to removing errors and duplicates, handling missing values, converting raw inputs into useful features like addresses. We're going to put in the distances in miles, like that. This stage usually takes the most time because the most code has the biggest impact on model quality. Key idea: machine learning failures most machine learning failures come from bad idea, not the bad algorithms. Because if you have a bad data, if you didn't prepare the data enough, it's like having a lot of errors and duplicates values. So your data will not make so accurate when it comes to training your model. Stage 3, model building. We're going to design the structure or architecture of the model. So we're going to decide how many neurons is it, how are they connected to each other, what layers are needed. For the deliver example, a single neuron learns the relationship between distance and time. Even simple models follow the same design pattern as complex, deep networks. So the key idea here is we're going to have architecture that is blueprint of how the model learns. And after the ingestions, data preparation, and model building, here comes the stage 4, model training. So the goal is to teach the model to learn patterns from data. What happens here is, so we're going to feed examples, right? The data, we're going to feed it, feed examples, distance, delivery time, measure prediction error, update the model to reduce that error, control learning behavior using training settings. This is where loss functions, optimization, training loops come together in PyTorch. The idea is training is where learning actually happens. Stage 5, evaluation and debugging. We're going to check if the model works on unseen data. We're going to use a test set. Data not is used during this training. Right. Compare prediction. We're going to compare predictions versus real outcomes. Like we're going to ask how accurate the model is. Does the model is it reliable enough to trust, like that. This stage helps identify if it's overfitting or underperforming models, logical or data-related issues. KDA here is we're going to train model is useless if you cannot generalize. Stage 6, development. Put the model into real-world use. Serve prediction to users or systems. Monitor performance over time. Update when data or conditions change. This stage is acknowledged but postponed until later in the course. The idea here is the point is where the machine learning creates real value. So our core takeaways are the machine learning pipeline provides a systematic approach to building models. Remember, systematic approach. So, and we have every machine learning project, simple or complex, follow the same stages. Data quality matters more than model complexity. Training is only one part of the process. Evaluation determines whether a model is trustworthy. And that's it.